Good morning and welcome to day, what are we on? Wednesday. I don't know whether we're on day 5, day 6 or what we're on. What day are we on? Day 5, day 6? No idea. But we're up. We've got, yeah, I've lost track of time. It's Wednesday anyway. We are in our park up. I can't shout too much because there's a big motorhome behind us and in front of us. But we parked up last night. Really nice little spot. The beach is right down below us. I can see the moon. I could see the moon in the night. There are some very small gaps in the cloud. Let's see if I can show you the moon. The moon's actually, no, it's not even following me. It's not doing anything this morning. The moon's above me. But yeah, I'm just going to go down onto the beach. I found a couple of compositions last night. I will pop up a couple of pictures that I've taken on my phone that I really quite like. But there are a few gaps in the cloud, so you don't know what's going to happen. But it's the first chance this week so far that we've had a chance to get up in the morning. So we're all up. Staney's just getting ready, Nigel's here, and the other two guys are a bit further up that side. So yeah, that's the plan. We're going to get up and have a look and see what we can make of this morning before we head up the Quiraing. So I'll switch you back on if I find something, and if it doesn't turn into complete heavy rain showers again, you'll see me somewhere with the camera set up, I hope. Yeah, I'm on the GoPro. The Osmo's battery is down to 10%, pretty critical. So I'm going to leave the Osmo in the van, and I'm using the GoPro. So this is just a reminder that I'm on the GoPro. So we're heading on down. We're all up, we're all out, and we're making our way down now. It is dark. We're going to be very careful where we put our feet in the dark on the beach, because there are some seaweed, slippery bits, nasty bits, and a few holes to put your foot in. So I'm going to show you the footprints to start with. We'll start off with the footprints, and then we'll move on down. I'm hoping the microphone's going to work, because I haven't got my other microphone with me or anything, because I swap cameras. So I'll make this short and sweet on the camera and just do a bit of B-roll for you. I see light, I see colour, I see colour, I see light, I see colour, I see light. I can actually see something other than grey in the sky. It's like a faint shade of, I don't know, pastel-y orange. Honest, it really is there. Look at it. It's the first time we've seen anything other than grey. How amazing is that? Hi guys, I'm on. Camera is on, and I've got the ISO up really high so you can see me. So it might be a bit grainy. So we've hit our first image of the morning, and yeah, it's not bad. I've got some leading lines leading you into this tiniest shaft of colour that is there. I've kept my ISO right down, so we've got a nice long exposure, so we've got a bit of movement in the cloud, and we've also got nice smoothed out water. But yeah, it's definitely an image to get starting with, and I'm going to see if I can find a couple more before I find the one I found last night, which I'm quite hopeful to get. We are heading along the beach that way, so we'll see what happens. But yeah, for now, start off with this image. F11 I think I was at. Let me have a quick look. No, F9, because it's given me 20 seconds, so that was far enough. I'm going to try and set up a horizontal one as well, because that's kind of what I wanted, but Darren was in the front. So I'm going to set up a horizontal one, get that shot off, and then yeah, we're going to move on down. So it's raining again. What a absolute surprise. There is a bit of colour on the outside over there, but I can't get in the position I want. One of the things we have to put up with is other photographers around. So I'm going to take this shot, like all the lines leading you through and the different colours and shades in the rocks. I'm going to take this, and then maybe when the light comes up, I'm going to look at trying to take the other shot that I noticed last night. The light's on the wrong side of it anyway, so I would have had to light it with some unnatural light. But yeah, there's a few compositions here. all we've got to do now is fight with the elements again, because it is raining again. But at least it stayed dry for 5 minutes. I have taken a couple of pictures of some like boulders in puddles and things like that. So I'm going to stick them up for you to have a quick nose at them as I walked across the beach. It's a very, very interesting beach. There's lots of different shapes in the rocks, lines in the rocks, different contrast in the rocks, you know, light rocks, dark rocks, like more porous volcanic rock, smooth rock, hard surfaces, soft surfaces. There's an awful lot of different surfaces on this beach, it really is. So you can have a right minefield of a day out messing around with this lot. You just need a bit of something going on in the sky, really. Anyway, we're out and enjoying the morning. So if I get this one, if it works out, you'll see it after the rock photos. If not, I don't know. And I've got a composition similar to what I took on my phone last night. It's a nice little shot. The reason I like this is because of all the textures and the little colours and the little trinkets and golden magic in the rocks. It's just absolutely amazing. This reminds me of Mr. Gavin Hardcastle and the shots he takes and he looks for when he goes exploring. This is really, really cool. You've even getting the mountains. As soon as you take the lens cap off or the bag off or anything, you're getting rain spots on it. So I'm fighting with my lens cloth all the time. So the lens cloth's actually wet, but these lens cloths I use are so good. Even when they're wet, they still dry the lens off. They're not cheap, but they are very, very, very good. Right, so F11, let's focus on this rock. Let's try and get this shot. Just need to get it level, get it nice and level for you. Let's go another one. Polarized, it needs to be full on, all the colours and textures. Right, I'm going to put this one up for you. Enjoy this. Just look at the image. I'm going to put it up for a long time. Just look at the textures in the rocks. There is so much to look at. It's untrue. I didn't have my hand over the light then, didn't I? So yeah, let's see what happens to this, and then we might be going back for breakfast. Randomly, this is a funny camera angle you're looking up at me at. I've got my tripod really in a really strange position, but I've managed to get my leveling head level, and I want to try and do a pano, but I'm just trying to get this rain shower just to stop, because every time I lift my brolly I get water spots on the camera and it's so difficult to try and get. I'm going to try again. I'm going to keep trying it, but this pano should be just nice if I can just get the brolly out of the way and get. Now it's covered in rain spots again, so I'm going to scrap that. The second I lift the brolly up, it just gets wet. I can't get the brolly high enough. I might go back to using my bag, see if I can do it with my bag, because that sometimes has more success. So I'll put my brolly away, get the bag out. I can hold it just above the lens end, but it's really wide angle and a real big pano, so I need to take at least 4 or 5 shots as I sweep round, and it's really, really difficult, and my knees are absolutely crippling me. So funny camera angle over. I'll speak to you in a little while, hopefully to show you this shot. The reason I'm trying so hard is because of this here. Look at that texture. Look at that texture there, and I want to try and get that and all this in. This is what I'm trying to do with a little bit of these mountain range and all these lines and everything. That's what I'm trying to get in. I want to get all that texture. I want to get all that everything in. I just can't get the shot. The rain's coming towards me, and it's, I don't know whether to just take it and see if I can clone out the rain spots or not. I don't know. It's just so hard. I'm going to up the ISO. I'm going to bung the ISO up to even 3000, so I've got less of a chance. I'm just going to take the shot. I'm going to get the ISO right up, snap the shot, pan it round, wipe the lens in between each one, and see if that works. I've got to go away with this shot. I really, really want it. God, it's so hard. You wouldn't believe the pain of my knees and the effort I'm trying to get this shot. I'm stood on the edge of this, trying not to fall in there. Look at my tripod. My tripod is like no other. It's balanced up on the side of the rocks. It really is. I'm trying I'm trying to do everything I can to try and get my tripod as close as possible to these rocks, because it's all about this. Look at these textures. Look at all this. I love all this. Absolutely love it all. And I'm just trying to get it all in, and I'm just struggling to do the best I can. I've taken some panels, I've taken all sorts of shots. If it works, I'm going to be really proud of these, because honest, the effort is really hard. Bending down, rain, tripod in such a weird position to try and get it as close to that as possible. It just, look at it. Look at this. It's just absolutely insane. Now it's definitely light. We've definitely got daylight now. Look at it. Nice and bright out here when you get out from outside the rocks. And I could probably unzip my coat a little bit as well. I'm going to carry on. The rain keeps coming and going. I'm going to see if I can find something else, but I think I've managed to get it. If not, I'm going to put up a couple of phone shots anyway, because the phone's definitely getting it. Oh, these phones are brilliant. One day I'm going to be photographing on phones only, I think. Right, I need to stand up straight, see if I can find something else. I'm going to go and take a picture of the crocodile rock, because I liked it last night, so I need that crocodile rock. Let's get it shot it, and I'll show you that as well. We are on the move. I've had me sloppy porridge and me banana and me berries. So we are now heading up towards the Old Manor Store car park, because we need to get rid of some chemical waste, and that's the perfect place because they've got a new building there purely for chemical waste disposal. And say again. No postcode, just get to the end of the road, turn left and keep going. Yeah, as I was saying, we're going to Old Manor Store. We're all on radios, as I've mentioned in previous videos, and I do urge you to watch the other videos from the beginning of the trip, because it's a bit random otherwise if you're just watching this one, because we've been up on Skye now for a couple of days. We've been through Glencoe, and it's a bit of a Scotland tour with 6 vans, and I've got them all in tow behind me. So yeah, I'm sort of concentrating on the road while I'm trying to talk to you. Quite a tight little twisty one, and you wouldn't want to make a stink just there because it's a drop straight into the sea. Yeah, so we're heading up to the Old Manor Store car park. Toilets, water supply. Hopefully, I'm praying they've got a fresh water supply, because we are out of water, apart from a couple of bottles of sort of litres that I've got in the van for drinking. And then we're going up to Quiraing. So yeah, stay with us. It's going to be an enjoyable day, a windy day, a blustery day, a wet day. It's going to be all sorts of horrible, nasty weather. But I can't wait. I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully you've enjoyed the morning. That's our start. This is going to be a very long video as per, because I'm going to do one video per day, so it could run into 40 minutes, 50 minutes. I do not know, but it's all part of the fun of the Compton style trip and vlogging. So yeah, see you see you soon. And once I've got my teeth and my tongue working at the right speed, I'll switch you back on and tell you where we are and what we're up to and what we're doing. Turn left. This is not the pleasant job. I don't know whether I want to show you this, but this is a brand new building that they put up at store. So you've got toilets, disabled toilets. We've also got chemical waste disposal. Nigel's just been in there. Oh, it smells fresh around here. And now this chap's in there, and it's all behind caged bars, and that doesn't look very pleasant. So I'm only going to show you that little bit. Ooh, terrible. Right, I'm off. Yeah, I just wanted to show you where it was. I wasn't going to make a meal out of it. Definitely not make a meal out of it. I was just having a look, see if there's any fresh water here, because I need water. I need a water supply. And it doesn't look like there is. There's a place for bikes. There's no water tap on the outside unless there's one on the inside, so I'm gonna have a look and see if we can get some fresh water. Otherwise I'm gonna have to find a shop. Is there water here? There's no water in that end, mate. It's blowing a hoolie. I've got the microphone tucked inside my coat. We've just taken a quick stop off at Kilt Rock just to have a bit of a nose of it. And it's down there behind me. It's absolutely dropping off the top. It really is amazing. And the wind's blowing the spray back up as well, which is pretty cool. But we're going to be back here tomorrow, so we'll get a shot of it tomorrow. But it looks pretty awesome. I've taken a phone snap, as we all have. I just thought we wanted to I wanted to stop and show everybody where it was and what it's all about. It's pretty spectacular in all fairness. But we're heading up to the Quiraing, so we'll see you at the Quiraing. Should be back on track now, or we are back on track now. We've just had a quick look at Kilt Rock. We'll be back there tomorrow anyway, I would have thought, and have a look, and hopefully it's a bit drier. We've got to get to the Quiraing because it's 11 o'clock now, so when we get there I'm going to have a cup of coffee when I get there, and maybe stick a flapjack in me gob to keep the energy levels up, and then we're going to go for a walk. It's a good mile or so walk out into it. Not going to promise being able to see anything because it's looking pretty bleak. We've got some very low-lying clouds that are very wet and very, very windy. The wind is absolutely bonkers. It really is. I reckon we're looking at 40 mile an hour, at least 30 mile an hour winds, and they're crosswinds as well. They're coming straight across the place. So can't promise you a lot, but what I will promise you is a bit of an adventure. And yeah, see you at the Quiraing, guys. We're at the Quiraing. We are here. Daz is having problems with the machine. We've all managed to get a ticket. It's £3 for 3 hours or £5 for 6 hours. So we've gone for 6 hours, even if it doesn't take that long. We're just covering ourselves because the traffic wardens up here, we keep seeing the traffic wardens. They are out and about and they do not mess around. They really are not messing around at all. So yeah, we just got to make sure we're back in time. But 5 hours is fine because it'll be dark by the time we get to there. Daz is having more problems. I don't know what it's done now, but I think it's time to go over and see the warden and see what he says. What's up, Daz?
It's cost me about 15 quid so far with no ticket.
He's not giving me the tickets.
I put a £5 in it, in cash.
Yeah.
And it still won't give me a ticket.
Dodgy machine. I think we're going to have to go and see the bloke. Back in a bit. You've probably seen us yesterday. We're all up here today, but me and Steve, wherever I am. Me and Steve were over there yesterday getting blown to pieces, which would have been in the last video, or the end of last week's video. We actually got a right pelting from the wind and the rain. Today's looking quite promising. Up in front, he's looking, spin around, up in front's looking pretty awesome. This is the start of the Quiraing. We're going to walk right up and over into the hills up there and get a bit of a view looking back, because that's where it all belongs over there. That's where it all starts off, where the pinnacles are just there. So that's the plan. We've got 5 hours on the car, or 6 hours, we should be fine. But it's absolutely amazing view. So this is a massive landslide, and they're all taking pictures from there. And I'm definitely going to start to walk along, I think, and get a few from the side, because I think the view's up here and I want to get up there and have a look. Come on, Mrs. C. She's with us. Lots of water around, lots and lots of water. Just got to make sure every foot counts and don't try and be a hero. Right, come on in, wife.
Definitely a welly kind of walk.
Yeah. One quick one, I'd just like to give Mr. Gary Goff a quick shout out. 6 vans were coming up the hill just now, our slot, and he was going down the hill, and he actually passed me in a passing place. I did shout out the window, but he obviously didn't hear me. Bit of a shame because it would have been nice to say hello. But yeah, shout out to Mr. Gary Goff. He's just come down from the Quiraing and we're just going up. I will catch up with you one day, sir. I certainly will. We've got the camera out, we've started, the camera is out and it's on the tripod, and I'm stood on the edge looking over the top of the massive view. And the reason I like this view is the snaking road that runs right through it. Now I'm going to do two shots here. I'm going to take a normal shot and then I'm going to do an up and a down panoramic to see if I can make it a big square image and get everything in from top to bottom. I'm going to give it a go because it'd be really nice if I can get that snaking road all the way from the bottom edge coming in. The only other way to do it is to have a panoramic, and it might lend itself to a panoramic, but I think we're probably better off waiting till we get a little bit further round, because we've literally just come along, scratched the surface. I've got the shot already actually with a 10mm. With a 10mm it works. I'm going to line the road up right in the bottom corner, 10mm, bracketing image. I've got the polarizer off because I need to see the water. If I take the polarizer on, you can't see the water, so polarizer's on, giving us the glare in the road. Beautiful snake through the image, two little lakes, Lochans in the background, and the start of the Quiraing with a really misty atmosphere going on. So there's our first really nice shot, and we are definitely moving on forwards now. I don't know how yet, but we're going over. Right. Maybe. Yeah, I haven't come this far not to go over, I just want to put my mic on. Right, so we've got a bit of an issue now. I need to go over this waterfall and cross the other side, so I'm going to have to put you away and take my gloves off because my hands are going to get wet. But I've definitely got to get across this bit because I'm not stopping here, so wish me luck. So I've only got 5% left on my microphone, so I'm going to have to be really careful, but we've just been across the second waterfall. Denise was really panicking a bit about getting across the first one, but she made it across. She is with me still. It's just a case that she fell over once and split her head open quite badly, so it sets her nerves off a little bit. So I'm not going to talk too much. I'm going to get up to a location where I can take some decent photographs, and I'll speak to you then, because I've only got 5% of microphone battery left. I might be able to find a charger when I can stop as well and get a charge. But the image here is quite nice as well, so I might even get an image here. So the good old Mrs. C wanted to stop and take a picture facing that way with the path leading up, and you've got some massive big rocks above you and the waterfalls. If you look at the image really carefully, there's loads of waterfalls coming off the top. It looks pretty spectacular. There's some tiny little people in it as well, which looks good. It looks nice. But then when you look behind you, the view going back over again, we keep getting turned round to this view behind us, because as we walk further along, the view gets better and better and better. I just taken one about 3 minutes ago, and there was a little bit of a shade of light on it. Not a lot, but definitely a contrast between the darker greens and the lighter greens. I've just taken another one just to make sure that I've got it. I've got the polarizer off because there's no point. I need to keep all the light in the areas. So I'm twisting my ankle at the moment, trying to stay on this hill. So I'm definitely going to get off this hill and carry on walking up, and I'll speak to you in a little while because the battery is running low. Just had some bloke over on the rocks, right over there, on the corner of the rocks, waving at us, telling us to get out of the way. Who the bleeding hell do they think they are? Well, there's loads of people on this rock. Attitude. Anyway, right, I'm taking a shot of this. This is amazing, and I'm just looking up into the top as well. But look at this waterfall. Look at this up here. Absolutely astonishing. Just coming out the top of the rock and running down here. So I've tried to take a single shot, and I've also done a bit of a pano where I'm getting 1, 2, 3, because over there, if I can get it up high enough, there's water coming out from behind the rocks there as well. And this is really fantastically atmosphered up, and it's we're all here, we're all taking pictures, doing our thing, and yeah, I'm so excited, I can pee my pants. Got another image set up. We're right up on the top now, and I'm just really waiting to get a bit of a view of the rocks because they're right up in the clouds. But I've come right up close to this big boulder that's in front of me. It's giving me a diagonal line, and I know it's taking away some of the view, but I actually like the fact that it's there. I'm just going to get the height of it. I just need to get the height in a little bit more, so I'm just going to do a bit of adjustment of composition, a little bit more height. Yeah, it's maybe a bit wider. That's better. I've got the whole range now in the top hand corner, and the rocks are coming and going every so often with the mist and the spray and everything that's coming over. But the waterfalls that are coming off the top here are absolutely tremendous, says one of the famous guys. Tremendous. They're fantastic. They really are. I don't even know where the water's coming from up there because it's just coming off the top, literally coming off the top. Now I'm sort of stood on a bit of a bank, so I can't really step back. And I just need to get a bit more of a view in the distance. So I'm going to hang around here for a little bit and just hope that these pinnacles and peaks just pop out enough that you can see them, because you really do need to see them. They are, there's something else. I'm so pleased I'm here, and tomorrow's the old man's store, so it's going to be pretty good, that is. Here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go. Yes, we've got the first set. Amazing. And the second set, the wind's blowing it across now. Fantastic. Right, I'm going to flip you around, have a quick look. Mate, he probably was. Is he with Steve Staines? That was the thing. So we've made it to the end of what's commonly known as the pathway along here. There's a stile behind me, stile. We're not going to go any further because it's been a long enough walk, and we do have to get back to the van at some point, and we're bound to take pictures on the way back as well. But both me and Mrs. Syria, she's just coming up behind me now, or beside me. We've made it this far. Come and have a look. Come and say hello. Say hello. Here she is. Told you she was with us. We've made it along to here, but we are definitely turning back now. I've got a Mars bar in my pocket, so I'm going to get my Mars bar out, have that for a bit of energy, and then we're going back that way into the wind, into the rain. But this is beautiful up here. Absolutely gorgeous outside. Have a look at this.
The sun's out down there.
Sun is out, yeah. Absolutely beautiful. Look at that, the sun's out over there in the distance. It's out there. How gorgeous that. So that's us done. We're going to head back. That's us done. We're going to head back now and catch up with the others on the way through. So yeah, see you back that direction somewhere. Right, I have got a couple of shots in mind for before we head back properly. Now I just spoke to you just a little round the corner there. I thought I'd just switch you back on because I think where we are now is really quite cool. We've got this big boulder in the bottom. I've got these rocks in the bottom corner and they'll give you interest. And I've got the slack heaps, like lines coming down through the mountains. And then I've got the pinnacles and the shards and the jards at the top. And it's really quite moody and as well. So we're keeping it all in as best we can. I'm right out at 10 mil. I tell you what, let's go right out to 10 mil or thereabouts. I'm going to focus on the foreground, F14, because I'm not worried about my shutter speed really, and it's all about these greens, and it's really, really nice. The atmosphere is fantastic. We couldn't have asked for, really, in all fairness, any better weather for this place. It really does set it off. Blue skies and fluffy clouds would not make this picture any better. It really wouldn't. This is definitely the right conditions for this, albeit extremely hard to shoot in. Right, wipe the lens. I've got some people walking across the hill and I'm actually going to leave them in, I think, because they give you an absolute massive scale to what's there. Really, really cool. I like this. Battery's dying on the Osmo, battery's dying on my microphone. I'm probably not going to be able to talk until I get back to the van, then I'll get it all back on charge and I'll speak to you there. But yes, thanks for sticking with it so far. I expect this is a massively long video and I'm sure you're on at least your second or third cup of tea. But we ain't finished yet. Neist Point tonight for sunset, or at least grey set. And yeah, I'll check back in when we get back to the van probably, because I don't think this is going to last another 2 minutes. Stay with it, stay with us. It's not over till the fat lady sings, or the fat man, or the fat other person. Denise is down here singing. Singing your fat. I think. Wednesday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Day 5! 5! Day 5 we're on. Like I said, the result tracker, time and days and everything. Get out of the water.
I cleaned him a bit.
Clean trousers. Just had to have a major pit stop. I walked all the way down to that stile looking for the tree, the one tree, the photograph that I've had on my desktop at work for the last few years. I've been looking for it, and on the way back up here, walking up the path, just so happens it's right there. We walked past it on the way out and obviously never noticed it, so we went looking for it all the way down there. It was enjoying the walk, but I was still looking for this tree, and I found it. Look at it, it's just there. We walked past it, but I've got a shot and it's looking pretty good and pretty blue skies, so I'm actually quite hopeful. I'm really quite hopeful that we might actually get a bit of a sunset tonight at Neist Point. The others are all back in the van now, and we are just struggling behind because I had to stop and get that tree. In fact, Denise said, no, get it now. So I've got it. I will be back for another visit to it another day. Now I know where it is. It's so easy to get to, and I thought we had to walk a long way to find it, and you don't. So we will see you at Neist Point. Wow, 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 wow. Look at that place. We've just taken the drive, 43-mile drive from the Quiraing. We've just driven over to the top of Neist Point, and we've just parked up. We've literally just pulled up, and we've been here a couple of minutes, just enough to I've just tapped my screen and got a heart. What was that all about? Yeah, just pulled up long enough to pick my camera up. I couldn't film coming over because, as you heard before, I had no battery whatsoever, but I'm back on 100%. Microphone's charged, I'm charged. Hopefully it's not too windy, but this is absolutely something else. The light's looking promising. Look at this. We have got sunlight. We have got absolute sunlight on this side of the island. So all going well, we should be getting a nice photograph of Neist Point. That's what we've come over here for, but this is amazing, beautiful, really impressed. It is so nice not to have to worry about all your waterproofs, even though I put them all on anyway. One, just in case there's a shower, and the other reason is it's going to dry everything out, I hope. Can't believe the view though from here. This is just absolutely phenomenal. Can't take my eyes off it. It's absolutely stonking. It's giving me that Faroes vibe. Can't wait now. April, bring it on. Right, we're all getting ready. We're all here. Mrs. C's staying in the car because she's got a bit of a backache, so she's just having to sit down and chill out on some paracetamol and things. Right, Stevie Staines has been here before. He says it's a pretty crap photographic place, so not to expect anything. Is that right? It's a one-shot wonder, this is, so if I get 2 photographs out of it, I'll be doing well. We have got blue skies. You can see them over the top of my head, and I'm sure by now that you've lot been watching this video and all falling asleep. It's been a long one. I'm sure you're on your 4th or 5th cup of tea by now. But yeah, what a spectacular place. It's a good drive over as well. Very scenic on the way over. Right, now I've got a full battery. I don't want to shut up, but I'm going to, and I'll speak to you when we actually get to the lighthouse viewpoint. Started heading up onto the hill there, but we need to go down. We need to go down because we need to lift the big mountainous part up out the picture to make it work. So we do need to go down. It just so happens that Mr. Gary Goff, that was mentioned at the beginning of this video, he's down there. Saw his van in the car park, and I can see him down there. So I'm going to go and say hello and see what kind of reception I get. Mr. Gary Goff's a bit like me, very outspoken, but a really good photographer. It's his business, and he gets into a lot of places, and he's pretty awesome with the old long exposures. But yeah, I think me and him are too alike. But it'd be nice to go and say hello anyway, especially when you're in a random place like this on the Isle of Skye at Neist Point. It's just, You can't get much more north, can you, out of our hometowns. Right, I'm going to concentrate on going downhill because I don't want to go downhill as quick as can be. So I'll speak to you when I get somewhere in location to get the photo set up. So what I thought was Mr. Gary Goff is not, but he is on site here somewhere because his van's in the car park, so we do need to find him before we head off home. I'm quite warm now. I put my body warmer on underneath me gilet, and I don't really need it because there's no wind down here, so I've poo-pooed out of that. But look at the light rays going on out there, and we come down to the side now, so I've got these nice rocks and boulders down here in the foreground. I quite like this. The lighthouse is just above. I don't know whether to climb up a little bit just to get the lighthouse just below. I think that would be a little bit better still, so I'm just going to get the camera and have a look at this, and then I'm possibly going to climb up this lot behind me to try and get a little bit of elevation, just to try and get that lighthouse just below the horizon, because I think it wants to be below it with the rocks above it. That's the plan anyway. Got myself climbed on some rocks. I've come down a little bit lower than where I was. I was a lot lower, but I didn't like the fact that I couldn't see the horizon above the lighthouse. I'll show you what I mean. Let's just zoom you in. Let's just zoom you in. I'm going to go around that way. Zoom you right in. Right. Now you see where the lighthouse is at the moment, and we've got it's right down. I mean, I've got it zoomed in, so you won't be able to see my finger, but I wanted to see this little bit of horizon line just above the rock formation on the end. If I go down a little bit lower, then this all seems to stick up above and the water just comes along and hits it. So I wanted to come a little bit higher because I wanted to see this, but I've come low enough that the horizon line's not cutting through the actual glass of the lighthouse. So that's why I've got to where I've got to. Whether it's right or wrong, I don't know, but it's we've got colour in the sky. There is actually something going on, and we've got some light rays going on as well over to the right hand side. So we've got light rays going on as well. So if I've got a possibility now for spinning this around, and I can do a very wide shot at 10mm and get that light ray in, which would be quite nice. There's a little island over the back there, and again it's just slightly different shot. Another shot. This place has been shot so many times. You are not going to get a unique image. You're not going to get anything different than anyone else has ever shot. The advantage I've got from where I am at the moment though, and Daz is right down next to me, old Ginger, I've got this like dead tree thing in the rocks below me. Now there's a good possibility I could stoop down low and shove that in the foreground, because I've not seen one like that. So there's a slightly different way of looking at it. So yeah, there are possibilities. Mr. Gary Goff, we've just said hello to him. He was down here. He's not the guy I shouted at. He's down here running a workshop, so I can't be too boisterous, even though I've probably already been a bit boisterous. And that's me, innit? To be Gary, oh, Ginger's down here laughing. Me boisterous, never. But he's running a workshop, so I've obviously got to respect his privacy and leave him alone a little bit. But we shook hands, we said hello. It's ever so nice. Right, I'm gonna just wait and see if we get a little bit of light. I'm not sure whether Daz got it or not, but there was some light on there just now, and if he was ready, then he's already got it. We might not even see it again. Well, we got a full house, we've got a full party now. Mr. Gareth Danks has turned up. I'll show you where they're sat, and then you can have a look, and they can have a wave at themselves when they see themselves on video, if they do. Right, so we've got Mr. Goff sitting down there in the orange coat with his mate, and then then we've got Gareth has just turned up. He's just down there with his little red coat on. So yeah, full house. We knew Gareth was up here anyway this week, and he's broken 2 lenses and lost his polarizer, so that's not very good in all fairness. But at least he's here and he seems like he's smiling, so that can't be a bad thing, can it? I have moved my composition slightly. I've come from over there, I've come over this way a little bit, just so I can sort of try and squeeze the sun and the lighthouse closer together. I'm not sure if it's working or not, but what I could do is I could take a really wide one and I could maybe chop the middle out and squash it together. That might be a way of doing it, and actually bring the sunlight back over towards the lighthouse. That's a very interesting thought. Never thought about that before. I might give that a go and see what it works out like. But we are just waiting now, just waiting for the light to get strong enough to catch the side of that mountain and this cliff side, and it's going to light it all up. I'm at F18 at the moment. I don't want to be on F18, I want to be at F11, and I'm going to lift my histogram up so it's clipping on both sides, and then I'm just going to shoot at that. The only thing I don't like is my horizon's bang in the middle, so I'm going to have to just drop my line a little bit just to make sure I can bring it all in. But what I'm going to have to do is probably clone out them bodies that are in the front of in the front, but I can manage that. I can get rid of them. So I'm going to take a couple as we go along, and then I'm going to pick the best one once I get home and have a look at them on the big screen. I might even do a long exposure as well, smooth out that water, make it all silky. We'll see. As you can see, it's getting darker now. That sun went down and now it's starting to get pretty dark. So it's going to be pitch black by the time we get to Portree for our food, and definitely by the time we get to our park up. So I think I'm going to say goodbye here, where you can just about make out a silhouette of me. I've already said thanks for watching. I've already said please like and subscribe. I've already said check out the other guys' videos and channels. So I'm just going to say ciao for now. I'll see you somewhere on the Old Man store tomorrow morning, hopefully with some amazing colours in the sky. And a cloud inversion, yeah, well, he's not asking for much, is he? But he wants a cloud inversion as well, so I'll see what I can do for him. So yeah, ciao for now. See you next time. Bye bye.